style that I wear because of the fact that it's real easy. I like a roller set. I'm a real simple person. I don't really like a lot of drama to my hair. I just like long layers, and I like for my hair to have a lot of body. I don't like a lot of different products in my hair that's going to weigh my hair down.
Some of the obvious problems that women have over the years of using perms is what comes to my door. People's hair backing up to here, the hair is weak, balding, alopecia, they get spots in it, some areas never grow, the hair is like shorted wire.
I like that Vidal Sassoon look, that bounce look. You know, I'm really into body and stuff like that.
On a deeper level, they say that the people who do autopsies, they say that women who have perms, when they cut the scalp, it's a green slime, green-black slime, which is like an accumulation of toxicity in their hair. I haven't read any studies that have gone into the brain or what the effects of it is, but it's not healthy.
Yo, Lauren, line up the
It's funny how money changes situation. Miscommunication lead to complication. My emancipation don't fit your equation. I was on the humble, you on every station. Someone play young Lauren like she done. But remember not to game the one under the sun. Everything you did has already been done. I know all the tricks from bricks to Kingston. Like Ting Dun, Major Kingdom, one run. Now understand El Boogie, not violent. But if a thing test me, run to me gun. Can't take a threat to me newborn son. El been this way since creation. A groupie call you far from temptation. Now you on ball over separation. Tarnish my image in the conversation. Who you gon' scrimmage like you the champion? You might win some, but you just lost one. You might win some, but you just lost one. You might win some, but you just lost one. You might win some, but you just lost one. You might win some, but you just lost one. Now, how come your talk turn cold? Gain the whole world for the price of your soul. Trying to grab hold of what you can't control. Now you all lost with a sight to behold. Wisdom is better than silver and gold. I was hopeless, now I'm on hopeful. Every man wanna act like he's exempt. Need to get down on his knees and repent. Can't slick talk on the day of judgment. The movement's similar to a serpent. Try to play straight, how your whole style been. Consequences, no coincidence. Hypocrites always wanna play innocent. Always wanna take it to the full out extent. Always wanna make it seem like good intent. Never wanna face it when it's time for punishment. I know you don't wanna hear my opinion. There come many paths and you must choose one. And if you don't change, then the rain soon comes. See, you might win some, but you just lost one. You might win some, but you just lost one. You might win some, but you just lost one. You might win some, but you just lost one. You might win some, but you just might win some, but you really lost one. You just lost one. It's so silly. How come when it's all done, did you really gain from what you done? It's so silly. How come you just lost? Now don't you understand, man? Universal law.
The origins of locks geographically is in Africa. The origin of civilization is in Africa. But actually the oldest place of locks is in Africa in Cam, misnamed Egypt. And you see it all over the pyramids and in the hieroglyphs in stone. Dreadlocks came afterwards in Jamaica, and it refers now specifically to Rastafarianism, which is a way of life in which, according to the ancient Bible books, the Old Testament, one of the vows that is taken is not to shorn or diminish or cut the hair in any way. And the Rastafarians have translated that into keeping their divine spiral and not doing anything to it.
All over the diaspora you see locks. The Batawis of Ethiopia wear locks from then to today. The ancient people in the Bible had locks. If you want to go back into the most ancient of days, you can go back to Solomon, who had 7 locks on his head. In other words, he didn't manipulate it. He had 7 bongo natty locks on his head, and when he cut it, you saw what happened to him. They talk about Solomon, wool, hair as wool. Like I said, if you take the Nazarene vow, just as the Christ, Jesus Christoph took the Nazarene vow. So what does that mean? He couldn't cut his hair either, and I don't think his hair from the part of the world that he comes from could have been nice and flat and silky and straight. It had to be spiral. It had to contain energy. All of this is an energy source. Anything that's spiral contains energy, which is why I see people also, when they see the little, what they consider frizz, they take a scissor and they cut it to make it neat. That thins your lock out, but it's also you're cutting off some of your energy. Everything that is spiral contains energy, and all our hair is spiral. What makes your hair lock is the spiral pattern of your hair, the curl of your hair. In other words, if you had straight white hair, your hair couldn't lock. It might mat together, but it wouldn't lock, not like this.
On a fundamental level, all forms of life come in a particular shape. Everything living originates at its essence in the form of a coil or spiral. That is what the double helix of DNA is. It's the spiral helix form. And that's what we have here.
Back to hair, during slavery we weren't allowed to have combs, nor were we allowed to take care of our hair the way we do it today.
But for black hair, we can't use a lot of products that's containing alcohol, because alcohol dries the hair. First of all, we're already coming from hair that's already dry, okay? Because see, their hair grows out the root straight. That's why it's so oily. The oil just slides through. But our hair grows out the root, out the cortex, curly. So it tends to, the oil has to go around of a ring. So it tends for the oil to, it takes a little longer for my natural oils to set on our own hair. So basically, we need a lot of products that can complement our hair with like lanolin, aloe vera, petroleum, stuff like, nothing that's too heavy.
If you take a wire and pull it taut, if it's straight, as in European type hair, say, a wire that's straight is latent. It has the potential, but it's not mobilized. It's not active, dynamic. You take that same coil, that same wire, and you induct it or coil it. They call it solenoid, and you put it in a form, and now energy can travel through it. Electricity can travel through it. It becomes potent, useful, a transmitter. So that's what we have on our crown.
The origins of hair, the development of the follicle, hair follicles, occurs in the dermis. Okay, and what happens as a result of as a result of the dermis being fed oxygen and nutrients from the subdermis, you have a hair shaft develop. Again, all these cells, the hair shaft is divided, could be divided into three different levels. Okay, the inner portion, which is considered to be the medulla, all right, which is made up of epithelium cells that are loose fitting with a lot of air in between, and then you have the cortex surrounding it, which makes up the bulk of the hair staff, which has it's a little bit more dense, and it has pigment. And then you have the outer portion of it, which is a single sheet of cells, which is clear, which is called the cuticle.
You're just too good to be true. Can't take my eyes off of you. You be like heaven to touch. I wanna hold you so much. At long last, love has arrived, and I thank God I'm alive. You're just too good to be true. Can't take my eyes off of you. Caught in the way that I stare. There's nothing else to compare. The sight of you leaves me weak. There are no words left to speak. But if you feel like I feel, please let me know that it's real. You're just too good to be true. Can't take my eyes off of you. I need you, baby. If it's quite alright, I need you,
Grab your coat and get your hat. Leave your worry on the doorstep. Just direct your feet to the sunny side of the street. Can't you hear a pitter-pat? And that happy tune is your step. Life can be so sweet on the sunny side of the street. I used to walk in the shade with those blues on parade, but now I'm not afraid. This rover crossed over. If I never have a cent, I'll be rich as Rockefeller. Gold at my feet on the sunny side of the street.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Is this your spot? The place that you come?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's great.
Oh, we to a luncheon right now.
Yeah? Well, you're ready.
Yeah, but I gotta go home and get dressed.